Now the liquid part. Unlike solids, they have no fixed shape and can flow. Some examples are water, milk, juice, and liquid are also called fluids. Why? Because in liquid the substances in which the particles are not very closely packed, so they have no fixed shape and can flow anywhere. Okay, if you pour some water into the container or some kind of utensil or cup, it will take the shape of that container. If we pour the water into the bowl, it will take the shape of a bowl. So liquid can flow from one place to another, so they are called fluids. And then we have gases. So in this one, the substances in which particles are very closely packed, okay, and they have no fixed shape. Unlike liquids, they all occupy available space in the container. And some examples are air, gas, cooking gas are some examples. And then air is actually a mixture of gases such as oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. So fluid includes both liquid and gases. Moving on. Now let's remember part. Write S for the solid, L for liquid, and G for gases. Also write one feature of each of the terms of its particles. So in the first one we have table. So table is a solid and its features is tightly packed particles, or you can say it has a tightly packed molecules. In the question 2, orange juice is a liquid form and then particles are not very closely packed. And number 3, milk is also in liquid and particles are not very closely packed too, or molecules are not very closely packed. And then question 4, air, which is in gas form and loosely packed particles. We have to write in feature loosely packed particles. Okay, moving on. So now let's begin with the changes of states. The process in which solid changes into liquid is called melting, and which when water is further heated into and changes into gas is called vapor or steam. The process by which gas changes into liquid on cooling is called condensation, and the process by which liquid changes into solid on cooling is called solidification. So what you have to know here is the matter can changes its form from one state to another. Okay, and when you take out ice cube from the freezer and leave it at room temperature, you will see that the ice starts to melt into water. Why is that? Because the process by which a solid changes into liquid is called melting. So there is a change of states from solid to liquid, and then when you further heat that water and it started changing into steam or vapor. By the process, gas changes into liquid on cooling is called condensation, and when we change state from gas to liquid on cooling is called condensation, and when we change those liquid changes into solid is on by the process of cooling is called solidification. Freezing of water into ice is a form of solidification. If you fill water in an ice tray and keep it in the freezer, you will see that after some time the water turns into a ice. You might have noticed this thing in your home as well. So these are some of the changes of state from solid to liquid, liquid to gas form. Okay, so the changes of state takes place like this. So when you heat the solid, it changes into liquid, okay. And then if the liquid is further heated, it turns into the gas form or vapor. Or if the liquid is uh, into taken into the cooling process, it will be converted into solid form. It is called solidification. And if the gas or vapor form is further cooling, further kept in a cooling process, it is converted into solid, which is called condensation. So now let's move on with the solute, solvent and solution. A solution is a form when two or more substances mix together such that they are evenly distributed. This substances that dissolve in is called solute. The substance which a solid dissolves is called solvent, and the solute solvent together form a solution. So in the textbook they have given some experiment, okay. In the water container they have added some water first, and then they have added a 1 spoon of sugar in it, and then it is mixed well together so that it is form a new solution, which means when we add sugar or salt in the water or milk, the water then turns into sugary. Or when we add salt in water, then it turns into salty, which means the sugar and salt which is added to that milk or water is a solute, and then the water which dissolves, the substance that dissolves is called solute, and the substance which solute dissolves is called solvent, and then together they are they are with solute and solvent, it is equal to solution. It is made a new solution. So now let's remember from question number 48. Page number 48. So name the process involved in each of the following. The first one shows the utensil which is kept on the burner, and it changes into vapor, and then the cubes of ice has been kept for freezing, and then the ice is melted down into water, which is a process of melting. And then question B, Yash mixed some sugar in his hot milk. Name the solute and solvent in this. So sugar is the solute and milk is the solvent here. So with this we have finished our up to here, okay, and we're gonna do our remaining classes in the remaining exercise and topics in the next class. Thank you.